So hello, hi everybody. My name is Vitaly, and I'm. I would like to discuss with you about what's going on now in the world. Yeah, a lot of people do that already. So why do I think I can discuss? I can share my opinion on the way the economy goes, on the way the financial market goes, and so on and so forth. Well, first of all, I have a bachelor's in economics. I have a MBA, Master's in Business Administration, awarded by John Moores University from Liverpool. And also, I have some other courses. The one that I pride myself for the most is the Professional Certificate in Investment Fund Services. Yeah? So, which was awarded by well, it's a course given by the Irish Funds Industry Association, and well, awards awarded by HETAC, yeah, or Higher Education Council, and so on and so forth. So basically, it's an industry certificate. So there they teach you what you have to know in such big companies as Ernst and Young, JP Morgan, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I have some knowledge about the about economics, finance, and business, right? So even though I studied, there is it doesn't mean that I'm a genius, right? Everybody has a degree nowadays, and so on and so forth. Maybe I have more than everybody, but anyway. So that's why I follow the big geniuses. Yeah, the Robert Kiyosaki. Every day he has the Robert Kiyosaki Rich Dad Poor Dad radio show. You can find it on YouTube every day. There is Warren Buffett. There is Grant Cardone. I watch them every day when we post something lives and so on, and we all have the same opinion. We are going down, and we are not at the bottom yet. Yeah, the worst is yet to come, and the changes that will come will become the new normal. What we have now, it doesn't all this stuff with coronavirus, with lockdown, with closing the countries, with closing economies, with getting less production and so on and so forth. People on social welfare, people losing jobs and so on. That leads to a financial recession and even depression. That's what we say, that it will be just as bad or even worse than the Great Depression in the U.S. In the 20s, 1920s. Yeah, I can tell you then that there was a big depression in Germany as well, and there was those cases in Germany when a person was going to the pub, was getting 3 beers at once, because in 2 hours, every 2 hours, the waiter was climbing on the table and telling the people the new currency exchange rate. Yeah, the new rate, actually, the new prices according to currency exchange rate. So basically, you enter the pub, and those times, and for example, your beer would cost I don't know, 30,000 krona, because that's how it was. That's how badly inflated it was. Even it was going to millions by the end of that crisis. So you would go there, and it would cost like 10,000 marks, or German marks, and then in 2 hours it would cost 15,000 already, while you have the same amount of paper in your pocket. Yeah, the price is higher. So here we go. That's the time when you have to understand that the number of your money, of your paper money, is not important. It's the value your money has. How much you can buy with your money. Okay. So for example, if you have savings now, 50 grand, 50,000, maybe put aside. What can you buy with the 50,000? Okay, it depends where you live. In some places you can buy an apartment, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom apartment. In some places you can buy a car. It depends. In Western Europe, you can buy a car. In Eastern Europe, you could buy an apartment, for example. Yes. In the US, Australia, the same. You could buy maybe a car, and that's it. Not much. Uh, what does it mean? That means that if you have 50,000 now, you could buy a car. Yeah. Then at the end of the year, you could buy only a bicycle with the same 50,000. So that's the most important. What you can buy with those money, right? So I'll give you an example. The In Soviet Union, I'm coming from a country, from a former Soviet Union country, even though I left it long time ago. But and I lived here in Ireland for a long time. I, by analyzing what happened there and from my hometown, speaking with my parents and so on, being interested in economics and so on, I really was curious about what type of economics were there in Soviet Union, the planned economy. So when there was the crisis of when there was the perestroika, when the Soviet Union fell apart, then my country Moldova became independent, right? And for every Soviet Union ruble, for every 1,000 Soviet Union rubles, people would get 1 leu. Okay, 1,000 Soviet Union rubles would be enough to buy maybe a motorcycle, a cool motorcycle, and 1 leu would be enough to buy a lemon. So you can imagine what a shock that was for people. People had huge savings, and when we went to the banks, to the post office, actually it was where we were holding our savings. When we were there, we got just pennies for very big money that we thought we have, right? So that's what's going to happen. That's what happened during the Great Depression. That's what's going to happen now again. Why I'm saying that? Because let's take a look at the economy. Yeah, the economy was going up. If you take a look at the chart, it was going up the last 10 years. And then the coronavirus started, stuff like that. And then on the 23rd of 23rd or 28th of February 2020, now then the beginning of the year, it went down 15% in one day, in one single day. The market, bam, the panic started. Yeah, panic selling. We started selling on the stock exchange, and then later, I guess, to take advantage of this situation, and a lot of people will take advantage of this situation, and I hope we will too. Yeah, not only the big guys who will leave us poor, and we'll take advantage to become big guys as well, bigger than we are certainly. So it went on the 13th of March, the market went again 30% down, the biggest drop in the history of the markets. What happened then? Then as I told you, the Arab countries took advantage of the situation and decreased the price of the petrol, right? So we started the petrol price war with Russia, okay? And because the US dollar is a petrodollar, as we say, it's based on the price of petrol, the markets went down just like that. And because it's based on petrol and the price is very low now, it's more expensive to all the associated costs of getting the petrol and transporting the petrol and storing the petrol are higher than the price of selling a barrel. Yeah, so basically the petrol companies are getting negative returns. We are actually losing money for every barrel of petrol they extract and they sell. Okay, so that means if you are critical thinker and if you understand what's going on, that means only one thing, that the dollar will collapse and something else would have to come back. It started already and the economy crashes already, but it crashes silently because we try to not to get us into panic and stuff like that. So how do I know that? Because when a computer crashes, it goes to default settings. Yeah, it erases all the updates, all the smart things and I don't know so on, and goes to default settings. When an economy crashes, it goes to default settings as well. And default settings is gold, the gold standards, gold, silver, yeah, precious metals. Now it did the same. If you want to buy gold now, there is none to be found. There is no supply of gold, and the country's government started buying gold a long time ago, and the big companies, I guess, bought now a lot because joined in, and then it was, there's no, I want to buy gold and I cannot find. There's no gold. So, and people don't sell the private gold. They hold it to themselves. So that's it. We went back to defaults. Okay, to default settings. But it's a very big likelihood, as I told you. Kiyosaki, Warren Buffett, Grant Cardone saying that there will be a default. Actually, we will not go to default settings. We will go even lower than that. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that we would have to save the value of our money. Okay, going back to the example about Soviet Union. Actually, I lost the momentum. The only people who saved the value of their money were the people who invested in, who knew that this will happen. Yeah, we had the people the people who had that analytical thinking, and they were analyzing and they were seeing that the storm is approaching. We were seeing that the storm is building up, just like now. It's building up, yeah, little by little. It's not that bad, yeah, but it's not good either. It'll be worse. So we sensed that then. It was quite the same. So in that region, and they invested in real estate. Even it's not the most sophisticated form of investment. Real estate is the most simple. Real estate and land is the most simple way of investing. The most simple instruments. And certainly the market was different. Now the market is more and more sophisticated. Yeah. Then, for example, investing, it wasn't. I think it was nearly impossible to buy shares. Yeah. There was a couple of state-owned companies where you can buy shares, yeah, and bonds, but that's it. There wasn't a free market where you can buy shares in any company you want, and so on and so forth. 3-4 companies for all the Soviet Union, the huge country, biggest in the world, and that's it. You could buy shares there, and that's it. And so you didn't have that variety, like now, thousands. Yeah, that's first, and secondly. The speculative investment, there was no speculative investment. For speculation, there was actually there was in a criminal law there was a law stating that this was punishable by law. So you could go to prison, and all your goods would be confiscated if you are caught with speculative investment. And that's how it was. It was a communist country. So and that's it. So we invested only in land and real estate, which was great. So what happened? People like my parents, yeah, who had great savings, and they used to keep those savings in the post office, as I told you. They got pennies. They got nothing. Yes, just nothing. People fell into depression. People were suicidal, and so on and so forth. Yeah, because it seems that the work of their life went to zero in one day. But those people who bought that real estate, after 2 or 3 days, they could just, but 2 or 3 months maybe, they could just sell that real estate for huge amount of money, and you could buy with that money that they got for that real estate. They could buy substantial things like houses, cars, and so on and so forth. While my parents could buy only a couple of lemons, and that's it, from everything that they've put aside, which was worth houses and cars, and in an instant it became of no value. So that's it. Investing is the best way of passing the storm. Yes, smart investing. Here, this guy is called CryptoUnit. The company is called CryptoUnit, and they have the movement which is called New Economic Evolution of the World. Right? I like them. I love them. I like their vision, a huge vision they have, and their approach that they have. Why? As I told you, I have a professional certificate in investment funds services. Yeah, awarded by Irish Funds Industry Association. But that taught me how to work in the traditional financial markets. Yeah. Now there is other things. Traditional financial markets would be mainly the companies which are listed on stock exchanges. Yes, some private companies as well, big private companies, but that's just unities. But normally companies which are listed on stock exchanges. But now recently, investing in talents became a very big thing, which is investing in startups. Yeah, a company with big talent, with a big vision, with a great product, with a great model. We have everything. Everything is great. We have everything calculated and everything done. We need money. Okay, so there where you can do 1,000 10x gains or 10,000 times gains return on investment. Yeah, and there is something new as well now. There is the crypto markets, which are I'm very fascinated by. You know, I analyze them a lot, and I read a lot every day on a daily basis to keep myself up to date. And it's an it's an endless bit of knowledge. It's a very interesting thing. And it's an avoidable thing. Blockchain, it's unavoidable, just as unavoidable as internet. So for my mother, internet was the thing which where kids were watching porn, and now she buys tickets through the internet. She communicates with other people through the internet. She even does such webinars through the internet presentations, because she is in the same thing, in the this new economic evolution of the world initiative by CryptoUnit. Okay, so this is a crypto fund. Well, this is this is a hybrid fund basically. So it has investments in publicly listed companies like Visa, Coca-Cola, Mastercard. What was there? There were quite a few. There is even there is some regional ones, for example, the Russian Sberbank, and so on and so forth. So it's a Russian the petrol company, forgot the name, Gazprom. Yeah. So which is huge companies with great, you know, with great scope of activity, with great history, and so on and so forth. And they will still be there for some decades. And then we have a lot of investments in startups, startups such as, for example, the transport technology, string transport technology of Dr. Yunitsky, Skyway, so which is a very innovative things, which is gaining pace now, especially in the United Arab Emirates in Dubai. There is investments in the loyalty points, loyalty discounts platform called Shicard. There is the chain of franchised restaurants called Sushi Master, yeah, which are, where the company invests in something small and helps them scale, yeah, and that means that when you get 10x, these companies, these startups promise 1,000 or even more return on investments, yeah, 1,000 times return on investment, which means if you put $1,000, it's very likely in 10 years, 20 years, you could get 1 million from $1,000. Yeah, and that happened before. It happened with Apple. It happened with Google. With big companies. Yes, the same model. So and the scale, So there is also the crypto markets. Yes. So as I told you, very unavoidable. Way will come. They are here already. Some people are not in it yet, but they will be just, we will do through everything will be done through blockchain. Yes. So you will be they will invest, the company invests in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and there is some other projects, interesting projects on the blockchain arena. For example, Zelika. Yeah, Zelika is the company which offers internet domain, blockchain domains. Yes. So if you have to have a page on blockchain, you will need a domain on blockchain. And Zelika is the first who does this. So you can imagine how big that will be in a matter of, I don't know, several years. Yeah. And that's how it is. Some investments are long term, some investments are short term, and some investments are mid term. Yeah. For example, startups are long term, but we give you huge investments. Bitcoin are mid-term, short-term, or the cryptocurrencies are mid-term, short-term, and the publicly listed companies, they can be short, long, or mid-term. It depends. It depends of what company is there. So you would have to make a portfolio to have each of them. Yeah, several of each of them. So for example, if two of them go down, are negative, and the others go up, you are still profitable, and that will help you survive the storm. For example, people who had investments in American Airlines would never thought that this company can go bankrupt, and it's nearly bankrupt now in a matter of 2 months. It was like that, and then it's like that. It's at the bottom. So that's why you don't have to keep all the money in one company. You need to make a portfolio, and that's what this company does. It has investments in all these three things: startups, publicly listed companies, and crypto markets, right? So that's why I like what we do. We're investing in different areas, so which means that we are very well mitigated against risk. Okay, and we have a good team of traders who kind of change the investment when the rainy times come. We retreat from something and go into something else. So that's it. I don't know what else I can tell you. That's what we do. We have a great vision. The transition to the new economy is obvious. The new economics is obvious, and namely, such a fund as ours, is the one which will help do this transition. Thank you for watching me, and if you want to take a look at the description, take a look in the description. They'll find the link to our website. Create an account there, and you can learn a lot of stuff there. Yes, you can. There is a lot of free stuff. There is some paid courses as well, if you wish, but a lot of free stuff is just enough. The paid courses are very advanced if you are interested. Yeah. And there is also, as I told you, it's a fund, it invests, so you can invest yourself if you wish. There is no obligation of doing that. You can get the company's shares, which are the security tokens, which are the company chose to distribute its shares to the blockchain technology, so to distributed ledger. So because it's cheaper, it's faster, you cannot tamper with it. Nobody can change what's in the blockchain. It's there, so you are secure. It's more secure, and it is regulated. It's regulated by the Security Exchange Commission in the U.S., by the Maltese MFSA, Maltese Fund Security Association, I think. That's how it's called. I think so. MFSA. That's how it's called in Malta. We are being regulated in Switzerland. So we're just, which means that we're regulated in the EU as well. So which means that you are secure. Yeah. So we're regulated just like normal shares. We are the exact equivalent of a normal share, just in a digital format. Okay. So every share has a number. Every token has a number, which is linked to your passport, yeah, or to your ID, which you give, because you would have to give an ID. That's how you register goods, yeah, and shares are goods. One hell of a goods now, the best goods now that you could have, actually, because we could wear your umbrella in this storm, and your parachute and everything else. So these you could buy these shares, as I told you. Yes, you'll be asked. Normally, a financial institution has to ask you for ID, proof of ID, and proof of address. If a company doesn't ask you for these, I would be worried, because that means that we are not compliant. Our company does ask you just to register your shares on your good name, and also that shows that the company is compliant with the financial regulator, with the central bank. So that gives you another, layer of security. So and that's it. Those shares that we have, why they grow. Why they grow in value? They grow in value because our portfolio of investments grow in value. Yeah. I explain you which way, and also a great thing about it is that our shares are bearing dividends, so you can get dividends every month. Once you have shares, where you wouldn't get $1 million for every month for every share, but there is a certain amount of money that you will get every month for your shares, as in form of dividends to your personal profile. Yeah, that you would get. You'll make on our website, and you can take them out whenever you want. You can take them out through Visa card, Visa Mastercard. You can take them out through wire transfer. You can take them out through different wallets like Kiwi, Advocash, and so on, or even through Bitcoin or Ethereum. and Litecoin, I think. So, but certainly we encourage people to reinvest, because we want our family to grow bigger. That's what I usually do, yeah. So, join our family, at least with your comments in the internet and all your thoughts. So there is two ways actually to earn. As I told you, there's three ways actually to earn. You just enter there and read around and so on. There is a news feed, and there's lots of free materials, and you become more financially versed, which is great. You can do it a lot of them for free. So you can buy our token, which is the security token, which is our share, our shares in the fund, in the hybrid fund. Which is the startup, public listed companies, startup companies, and crypto companies investments. You can earn dividends. You can hold them and earn dividends, monthly dividends, and also you can hold them and see how we grow, because we grew already more than 30 times, 30x, and that's only in 1 year. So 1,000 invested 1 year ago would be like 30,000 now. So it's a smart investment. It's a great investment, and I truly believe that no other fund could give you the same what is to offer here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Click on the link below.